Dear Joe, your love is nothing but Russian guilt in skinny jeans. We've all seen the meticulously crafted Instagram persona, the perfectly timed selfies, the charming smile masking a chillingly calculated mind. Joe Goldberg, the seemingly devoted boyfriend, the protective lover. He's a modern masterpiece of manipulation, a 21st century Raskolnikov in designer threads. His crimes? Not committed with an axe, but with a carefully crafted narrative, a perfectly placed text, a strategically chosen gift, all designed to ensnare. This isn't your typical romantic thriller, it's a psychological chess match played out on dating apps and social media, a chilling echo of Dostoevsky's exploration of guilt, ego, and self-deception. This isn't just about a killer, it's about the twisted logic driving him, the meticulously planned stalking, the obsessive control, the casual brutality, all justified by his warped morality. He believes himself a savior, a protector, a righteous judge, dispensing justice as he sees fit. Sound familiar? It should. This is Raskolnikov's self-serving delusion writ large, transplanted from 19th century St. Petersburg to the neon-lit sprawl of Los Angeles. Consider Joe's rationale, his constant refrain, "I did it for love." A chillingly effective justification, a thin veneer of romantic idealism masking a brutal, self-serving agenda. It's the same self-deception used by Raskolnikov, meticulously constructing a moral framework to justify violent acts. Both men operate within a warped moral universe, where their heinous actions are deemed necessary, even righteous. They are architects of their own twisted narratives, protagonists, authors, directors, and judges of their meticulously crafted realities. This isn't passion, it's pathological self-justification. Watch Joe's interactions. Observe the subtle manipulations, the carefully chosen words, the calculated displays of affection designed to disarm and control. Compare that to Raskolnikov's meticulously planning, his cold calculation, his post-fact rationalizations. The parallels are striking. Both are masters of manipulation, weaving intricate webs of deceit. Their victims become mere pawns in their grand self-serving narratives, instruments in their warped pursuit of what? Control? Possession? A twisted sense of love so possessive it borders on the grotesque. Remember that scene in the bookstore? Joe lurking behind the shelves, observing his target, his prey, that predatory gleam in his eye, mirroring Raskolnikov stalking his victim through the shadowy streets of St. Petersburg. The same chilling anticipation, the calculated approach. It's a chilling reminder that the capacity for evil isn't confined to time or place. It's a timeless, universal darkness manifesting in different forms, adapting to the ever-changing landscape of human interaction. But it gets truly fascinating. Joe isn't just a modern Raskolnikov. He embodies the nihilistic resentment of Dostoevsky's underground man. He's a product of a hyper-connected world where social media amplifies alienation and resentment. He sees the world as a game, a stage where he manipulates others to his advantage, always one step ahead, always in control. His weapons? Not just violence, but the tools of modern communication, social media, dating apps, surveillance technology. He uses these not to connect, but to control, to dominate, to possess. Ever wonder what drives someone to such extremes? What hidden traumas, what deeply buried insecurities fuel this behavior? We'll explore these questions in the chapters to come. But for now, consider this. Joe's actions aren't random acts of violence. They are meticulously constructed narratives, carefully crafted plays where he's both writer and director, star and judge. And the stage? Our hyper-connected, always-on world. He's a modern Dostoevsky nightmare, a chilling testament to the enduring power of human darkness, cleverly disguised in 21st century clothing. This is just the beginning. Next, we delve into Dostoevsky's 5-step diagnosis of Joe's twisted mind, a framework illuminating the chilling mechanics of his manipulation and terrifying descent into madness. But before we get there, have you ever felt a creeping sense of unease interacting with someone online? That nagging feeling that something isn't quite right? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you're ready to delve even deeper into the dark heart of human nature, if you dare to understand the chilling brilliance of a modern-day Raskolnikov, hit that subscribe button now. Don't miss the next chapter where we unpack the chilling details of Dostoevsky's 5-step diagnosis. We'll see you there, if you dare.
Dostoevsky's 5-step diagnosis, deconstructing Joe Goldberg. Let's dissect the twisted mind of our favorite bookstore stalker using the master of psychological realism as our guide. Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the dark heart of Joe Goldberg, one meticulously crafted step at a time. First, the Messianic delusion. Joe, our charmingly murderous protagonist, isn't just a boyfriend. He's a self-proclaimed savior. He sees himself as rescuing his chosen damsels from their own perceived inadequacies, their boring lives, everything. He's their knight in shining armor, albeit one wielding a meticulously chosen weapon and a chillingly precise plan. Remember Beck? He believed he was saving her from herself, even as he systematically isolated and controlled her. This isn't about love, it's about a god complex in skinny jeans, a twisted sense of entitlement masquerading as heroic intervention. Think Raskolnikov, believing himself above conventional morality, except instead of an axe, Joe prefers a more subtle, less bloody approach. Manipulation, surveillance, and an arsenal of carefully curated lies. Next, narrative narcissism. Joe doesn't just live his life, he authors it. Every relationship, every murder, every near miss becomes a chapter in his self-aggrandizing novel. He's the protagonist, naturally, the compellingly flawed hero, narrating his own grand saga of romantic obsession. The other characters? Mere supporting players, with their destinies predetermined by Joe's capricious whims. This compulsive need to control every narrative detail mirrors Dostoevsky's characters, who often find themselves trapped in their own self-created narratives, unable to escape the confines of their own self-absorbed perspectives. Think of the underground man's relentless self-analysis, a constant stream of consciousness that reveals his own self-destructive tendencies. Joe's meticulously crafted social media presence, his curated online persona, is a testament to this need for control, a digital stage where he can meticulously craft his self-image. Then we have moral algebra. For Joe, every action is a carefully calculated equation. He balances his good deeds, acts of kindness, superficial gestures of affection, against his transgressions. He justifies his heinous actions by weighing the perceived good he brings against the bad that he inflicts. In his twisted mind, saving someone from a perceived lesser life somehow justifies the eradication of that life entirely. This is reminiscent of Raskolnikov's belief that extraordinary individuals are exempt from conventional morality, a belief that tragically leads to devastating consequences. It's a chilling form of self-justification that allows him to rationalize his actions, to believe he operates outside the bounds of normal societal rules. Let's move on to underground resentment. It's not love that fuels Joe's actions, it's spite. A simmering resentment towards the world, a deep-seated anger towards women, and a profound sense of alienation drive him. This isn't passionate romance, it's toxic obsession fueled by a desire for control and revenge. He's the embodiment of Dostoevsky's underground man, rebelling against the perceived hypocrisy and injustices of society, but taking his rebellion to a terrifying extreme. His actions aren't born from love, but from a profound sense of bitterness and disillusionment. Remember that chillingly calculated manipulation? That's not romantic. That's the cold, calculated maneuvering of a man consumed by resentment. Finally, the circular confession. Like Raskolnikov, Joe craves punishment, yet simultaneously avoids it. He teeters on the brink of self-destruction, experiencing moments of intense guilt and self-loathing only to rationalize his actions and continue his cycle of violence. This internal conflict, this desperate need for both absolution and continued transgression, is a hallmark of Dostoevsky's most compelling characters. He dances with the edge of discovery, flirting with the possibility of exposure, but always manages to escape the consequences of his actions. This constant push and pull between self-destruction and self-preservation fuels the narrative tension and highlights the depths of his psychological turmoil. So, there you have it, Dostoevsky's 5-step diagnosis of Joe Goldberg. But here's a question for you. Could other seemingly charming characters from popular culture be diagnosed using this same framework? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're captivated by this dark, twisted analysis of Joe Goldberg and want more deep dives into pop culture's most complex characters, hit that subscribe button. You wouldn't want to miss the next chapter in our exploration of literary psychology, would you? Because, let's face it, life's too short to miss out on unraveling the mysteries of the human mind, one chilling character at a time.
Joe Goldberg, charming bookstore clerk, meticulous stalker, a chilling echo of Dostoevsky's underground man. But instead of brooding in dimly lit basements, Joe's resentment simmers beneath a carefully curated Instagram profile. He fights the curated realities of social media, crafting the perfect online persona, the ideal boyfriend. He craves connection, yet systematically destroys genuine intimacy, mirroring the underground man's self-destructive tendencies with terrifying precision. His manipulations aren't violence, they're elaborate performances, staged for himself. He meticulously documents his conquests, a novelist crafting a twisted narrative, complete with victims and perfectly Instagrammable moments. He's author, director, and star, playing a deadly game where the stakes are life and death. His resentment isn't just directed at his victims. It's a volcanic anger at a world that fails to recognize his perceived genius. He views himself as superior, a brilliant strategist playing a rigged game, justifying his actions with a twisted moral compass, mirroring the underground man's nihilism. He's a self-proclaimed artist, painting his masterpiece on the canvas of others' lives, anticipating the next move, manipulating with chilling efficiency. He's a master puppeteer, understanding human psychology with disturbing accuracy. He anticipates needs, desires, fears, using this knowledge to break them down, to possess them completely. His apartments, scattered across the country, become macabre museums, filled with echoes of his conquests, physical objects and stolen digital memories, fragments of lives absorbed into his self-created narrative. Each item, a tangible reminder of his power, his control, a testament to his twisted sense of accomplishment. He's a collector of souls, gathering trophies not of conquest, but of complete domination, a chilling testament to his narcissistic need for control. Technology is his accomplice, his weapon. Social media, dating apps, tools of control, allowing him to curate his image, stalk his victims, and manipulate perceptions with surgical precision. He's using tools designed for connection to isolate and control, highlighting the disturbing alienation inherent in our obsession with online personas. His sophisticated stalking techniques, his ability to blend into the digital background while simultaneously controlling every aspect of his victims' lives, showcase the insidious power of technology in the wrong hands. He's the ghost in the machine, the silent observer, the puppeteer pulling strings from behind the screen, crafting the perfect digital illusion.
He's not just using technology, he's bending it to his will, twisting its purpose into a tool of manipulation and control. The very tools designed to connect people are used to isolate and destroy. He's a predator in a digital jungle, using the camouflage of social media to hunt and consume. Ever wonder what would happen if the underground man traded his leather boots for Nikes and his quill for a smartphone? Joe Goldberg is the unsettling answer. His story proves that fundamental human desires for control, connection, and meaning remain unchanged even as the tools we use evolve. Have you ever felt that unease scrolling through social media? That feeling of being watched, manipulated? Joe's story suggests that unease might be more than paranoia. It might be an instinctive response to the subtle power dynamics in our hyper-connected world, a primal fear surfacing because of this modern-day monster. But this is just the beginning. We're not just rehashing old stories. We're uncovering the hidden connections between literature, psychology, and modern culture. If you're captivated by Joe Goldberg's chilling brilliance, if you're fascinated by Dostoevsky's timeless wisdom, then you're already thinking like a detective. But what if? What if the puzzle is bigger than Joe? What if there are other pieces to this disturbing game? What if someone else is pulling the strings? Think about that, because we're about to dive into Dostoevsky's 5-step plan to understand Joe's twisted mind. Each step will unravel more of this chilling narrative. And speaking of unraveling, have you ever felt like you're trapped in a web of your own making? A digital labyrinth built on carefully crafted lies? Subscribe now, and let's explore the dark corners of the human psyche together. Because the next chapter might just leave you breathless. You wouldn't want to miss it, would you? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The suspense is only just beginning.
So you think you know Joe Goldberg? Think again. Beneath the charming facade, the meticulously orchestrated moves, the self-proclaimed role of savior, lies a chilling reflection of Dostoevsky's darkest creations. We're talking Raskolnikov's intellectual justifications for murder, the underground man's simmering resentment against a world he deems unjust, all wrapped in skinny jeans and a disturbingly effective "I did it for love" mantra. It's a modern rebranding of 19th century spiritual angst, a chillingly effective circular confession, a desperate craving for punishment he expertly avoids. He's not merely a villain, he's Dostoevsky's prophecy made flesh, a chilling testament to the enduring darkness within us all. Joe's world, a carefully constructed stage of his own making, unfolds in neon-lit cityscapes, a stark contrast to the horse-drawn carriages of 19th century St. Petersburg. Yet the primal script remains unchanged: guilt, ego, and a breathtaking capacity for self-deception. His manipulation isn't clumsy, it's a symphony of subtle gestures, exploiting vulnerabilities with terrifying precision. It's about power, control, the intoxicating thrill of domination, expertly masked by a facade of romantic pursuit. He stalks his prey in dimly lit bookstores, his eyes glinting with a predatory intensity, a stark contrast to the quiet contemplation of Raskolnikov poring over his philosophical texts. The same obsessive, controlling nature, but manifested in different contexts. But what does this reveal about us? Joe forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. How often do we subtly justify our actions, minimizing flaws, crafting narratives that cast ourselves in the most favorable light? How often do we engage in our own form of moral algebra, balancing perceived wrongs with carefully constructed justifications? Have you ever felt a flicker of recognition? A disturbing echo of Joe's twisted logic resonating within your own thoughts? A disquieting thought, isn't it? Understanding this potential for self-deception is crucial. It's the first step in recognizing manipulative behavior, not just in others, but within ourselves. Think about it.
How many times have you minimized a harsh word, a careless action, by whispering to yourself, "It wasn't that bad," or "They deserved it"? This isn't merely a fictional psychopath, it's a chilling exploration of the human condition. The darkness we perceive in others often reflects the darkness dormant within ourselves, a shared humanity we often prefer to ignore. Consider this: how does modern technology, the omnipresent gaze of social media, amplify this exploration of guilt, ego, and self-deceit? How does the ease of connection also provide the ease of manipulation, a digital landscape mirroring the dimly lit alleyways of Dostoevsky's world, but with a far-reaching and amplified effect? Joe uses technology as a weapon, a tool to track, control, and ultimately destroy. He's the ultimate stalker in the digital age, able to monitor his victims from afar, weaving intricate webs of deceit that would make even the most cunning 19th century villain blush. Ever wonder if your seemingly harmless actions might harbor a darker undercurrent? Perhaps a harmless white lie? A carefully constructed narrative designed to protect your ego? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? Think back to a time you felt that uncomfortable pull, that subtle dissonance between your actions and your self-perception. What if I told you that by understanding Joe's twisted mind, we can unlock a deeper understanding of our own potential for self-deception? This isn't just dissecting a fictional character, it's about understanding the insidious potential within us all. We're peeling back the layers of Joe's psyche, revealing the disturbing parallels to Dostoevsky's timeless exploration of the human condition. We're exploring the psychological mechanisms that drive manipulation, the subtle justifications we employ to rationalize our actions, the terrifying ease with which even the most sophisticated facade can conceal a darkness we all possess. Joe Goldberg isn't just a character, he's a mirror reflecting the unsettling possibility that the lines between love and obsession, reason and madness are far more blurred than we comfortably acknowledge. His story is a chilling masterpiece, a modern retelling of classic themes, a cautionary tale for our times. He's a reflection of the potential for darkness within each of us. Are you ready to confront that darkness? What if I told you that there are 5 key steps straight from Dostoevsky's playbook that can help us understand Joe's twisted mind? 5 steps that unlock the secrets behind his chillingly predictable unpredictability. Ever wondered what makes him tick? What makes him so terrifyingly relatable? Imagine this: a sleek, modern apartment, bathed in the cool glow of city lights, juxtaposed with a stark, sepia-toned sketch of Raskolnikov's cramped room in St. Petersburg. The similarities are striking, aren't they? Both men are driven by a potent cocktail of obsession, delusion, and a desperate need for control. But what drives them? What fuels their actions? This is where Dostoevsky's insights become invaluable. His understanding of human psychology, his exploration of the darker corners of the human soul, provides a framework to understand Joe's chilling behavior. Subscribe to Geek Chamber TV, your portal into the darkest corners of human psychology, and let's unravel these secrets together. Hit that like button and share this with anyone who's ever wondered what truly lurks beneath the surface.